After 5 years, the person may change, right? So another person will be acting as the CM. Right? This will keep on changes for every 5 years. Okay. So in that way, if say CM changes from one person to other person, instead of old CM name, we have to give the new CM name. But is it good idea to replace in all the 1,000 places or 10,000 places? Here I have to write KCR. Here I have to type here. All these places I have to type KCR. Instead of that, what I will do is I will give the name as CM here. Okay, I will write the name like this. And in the top, what I will do is in some place, I will declare this variable. Okay, here, 3m equals to KCR. Here I will declare. After 10 years or 20 years, this, let's say, for example, this is just an example. Let's say, after 10 years, so someone will be the CM. So in place of KCR, someone will be the CM. What I have to do? Do I need to change here KCR, here, all these places? Do I need to change? No. Instead of that, I will remove this KCR from here and I will add whoever will be the new CM. So that in all the places, the new CM name will be reflected. Okay, so if we use the variables, so we can declare at one point of time and we can use those variables whenever we want it. If we want to change the variable name to be, variable value needs to be changed, then we no need to change in all the places wherever the variable is used. Only in one place, if we change the value for that variable, in remaining all other places, that will be reflected. Is this clear? Not clear. Very good. What's your doubt in understanding this simple concept, guys? Oh, let me write one example so that you will understand at least. Okay. So take this script. This is creating a playbook for creating a user. So creating user Ravi. Okay. So playbook for creating a user Ravi. So Ravi user is already there, right? Now let me take John. John is the username. So this playbook will be used to create a user and that username is John. Okay. If I want to use this playbook for creating a user called some Rohit. Okay. In what places I need to change the code, guys? Hello. Are you understanding or not? So this playbook will be used to create a user. The username is John. If I execute this playbook, a username will be created with the name John. That is the job of the script. Okay. Now I want to create a user with the name Rohit. I have to write a playbook, right? In that playbook, instead of name, I have to give, what is the name I have to give? Hello.
Sir, your voice is breaking, sir.
Okay. This playbook will be used to create a user called John. Okay. If we execute this playbook, a user will be created with the name John. Okay. Tomorrow, I want to use this script to create a user and the username is Rohit. Now, do I need to make any changes in the script or not?
Yes, sir. Instead of
Okay.
John, we need to change the name Rohit.
Wherever the John is there, in all the places, I need to replace with the new username called Rohit. Okay. So, but here, this is a very simple task to create a user. So, only we have the references of John in 3 places. Only those 3 places needs to be replaced. Instead of that, let's assume more than 100 places, some other task we are doing. As part of that task, in more than 100 plus places, John reference is there. We have to go each and every place and we have to see and we have to replace it. That will be a big deal, right? So instead of that, what I will do is, it's just a heading. So okay, these two places we need to replace. Okay, what I will do is, user, I want to create this variables. This is the variables section. Whatever the variables you want, you can declare and you can assign here. Okay, so here I will change. What is John? John means user. Okay, so here I will write, instead of name, what is the name? John. Instead of John, I will write, okay. Now let me save this script. Okay, see, we want to create a user of John. So here I am taking the reference for John is user. The variable is user. So user. So if we type John here, then creating user, this will be replaced with what is the user we assigned? John. So creating user John, name John. So that is the meaning of this. Now if we execute this script, what will happen? What happened? Yeah, see. So we could be wrong, but this one looks like it might be an issue with missing quotes. Always quote template expression brackets when they start a value, for instance. So like this, we have to give. We have to. So now I made a mistake in the script. So in the error description, it is showing the suggestions. So you have written like this with item who, but this should be like this. This is the information we received. So now I have to modify the script to see what how it's shown. Quotes. See, why are we getting this error, guys?
We have started only one host, sir. Second host.
Exactly. Out of two nodes, we started only one. So for the first one is we are able to get the first. What will happen? The settings module, setup module will go to the each node and it will get the information back to the server. The gathering the facts is done with one node, but other node is unable to reachable. Why? Because we haven't started it. Okay. So now let me start the second one as well. It will take some time, but that's okay. Okay. So in the meantime, we'll check this. See, the first one, okay equals to 2, change it equals to 1. So what might happen? So let me connect to that machine and we'll see whether the user is created or not with the name John.
So what is the use of using this variable, sir? Directly we can create user, sir, right?
No, those are environmental users. In the script, you want to create those variables will not be available here, right? So that is one program. So in the program, if you create a variable, that will be available. Otherwise, it will not be available, right? That is Ansible, and this is your operating system.
Okay.
Okay, without installing the Ansible, if you try to execute Ansible commands, will it works? No. In the same way, environment variables are different. Those are also called as system variables, and local variables are different. These are local variables for your program. Okay, which will be having the scope only in your program. So that is the reason the usage is different. If you want to access the variable in your machine, how to use that variable? You have to use it with dollar symbol. Okay. So if you type echo A, what will happen? A will be displayed. Here A is taking as the value. If you type echo $A, what is the meaning of this one? $A is a variable. Ideally, if you type echo A, whatever you type after echo, that echo should, whatever the value you type, that will come as an output. Similarly, if I type $A, what will be the output?
Value of that.
No, forget about if the variable, you don't know anything about variable concept. Then what's your assumption? If I say, if you type echo, whatever you type, that will come as an output. If I say this, what is your assumption? If you type echo $A, it should come as $A only. Echo hash A. Hash is also used for variables only. Echo hyphen A. What will happen? Echo at the rate A. Echo star A. What happens? Star A. So here, after echo, whatever you type, you should get that as the output. But if you type echo $A, what should get? What you should get? You should get $A only, right? If the variable
Yes,
concept
sir.
is not there, whatever you type after echo, the same thing should reflect as an output. If I type echo $A, it should give $A only. But this dollar will have some specific meaning. So that is the reason whatever you type after this, after dollar you type something, that will be taken as a variable name, so that it will search in the variable pool whether any variable is available with this name or not. Okay, variable is found. If the variable is found, it will check what is the value assigned to it. If that value is there, in place of giving that variable name, it will take that value and it will result as an output. And that will be applicable only for this, in this terminal only, in this page only, in this session only. Okay. But if you come out of this session, that variable will not have any scope. That will be removed. In the same way, here also in the Ansible, okay, whatever in the program, in the meantime program, in the program, in thousands of places, we can use the variables. The program may not contain 1 line, 2 line, 3 lines, right? Sometimes it may contain more than 100 lines, 1000 lines also. So in that time, so wherever we want to, if we want to keep on using some value and that value is very lengthy, so it will be very difficult to type that, right? So in that cases, what we will do is we'll take that value in some short variable, and wherever it is required, we'll take that variable name. Okay. someone is having a very lengthy
Okay,
name,
sir.
guys. This is just an example. So just to be just to avoid the long names, then only we'll go with short names. That is not the case. So this is a kind of replacement. If some of your friend is having very lengthy name, in that case, what you will do, you will call him with a nickname. Okay, whenever you call him with a nickname, he will respond or not. In the same way here also, whenever if we are going to use something repeatedly, we'll give one name and we'll use whenever it is required. Instead of calling the value, we'll directly call the name. Okay, so now this is the node one. It's connected 35. Okay, so let me check the user here. See, is John created or not here? This is the node one. In node one, John user is created. So see, now it is able to get the facts from both the nodes. Why? Because now both the nodes are connected, both the nodes are started. So that is the reason it can able to connect to both the machines, and it is successfully created the users. Let's say, uh, so now you want to create the user. Instead of John, you want to create the user called Rohit. If you mention here, it is simple. Now let me save this. Okay. Now can you let me check this once again. Earlier up to Jan, Ravi, Raju, Ravi, Apache and Jan. Only these were the users. One second. That seems that file is getting long. So I just taken the copy of that file, and the file name is create file, create user. Yeah, let's take a copy of the file. Okay, cp space file create row with user dot .yml. We are just taking the copy of this file. Okay, now open the copied file. Yeah. So here you change here. Yeah. Here our variable section, right? Paths. Row with and creating a user. Okay. Yeah. So here we are creating a user called Rohit. Now let me save this. What is the issue? We have to give the space. Sorry, it is not. Yeah, now it is correct. Okay. Yeah. Now let me save. Let me run this. Yeah. So now it is changed in these two machines. Now let me check here whether the user is created or not. See, Rohit user is created now. Now let me modify this file. In what places I need to modify? Only one place. Instead of Rohit, whatever the user I want to give, you can give any name. Job is the user. Given job. Okay. Now let me run this. Okay. Again, it got changed in two places. Now let me go back to this node one. Okay. Now let me check here. Earlier it was up to Rohit only. Now is job created or not? Similarly, I want to create one more user. So in how many places I need to change? Only one place. Just to give the username. What is the user you want to create? Let's say Virat. Virat is the username. Okay. Let me save this. Now execute this. Okay, see here in the task also creating a user Virat even in that place also his name changed or not? Hello. Creating a user Virat, and it got created in two places. So
Yes,
wherever
correct.
that is there, that is reflected. See, creating a user. After that, I have given which one? Colon user. Okay. So here you can change the name also, guys. So no need to take the variable as user only. Okay. Here you take user one. User one is the variable name. So what you have to do, wherever you want Virat, there you need to give user one. User one. So here, creating a user, braces of user one. What does it mean? Creating a user of Virat. So the same thing you will reflect it here also. See, creating a user Virat. So the variable name can be anything. Okay, you can take any variable name. You can take user one, user -1, US1. You can take variable name as A also. If you take A, wherever you need Virat, there you have to give A, which is surrounded with flower braces. Okay. Now here you can check whether the Virat user is created or not. Is the user created or not? Come on, guys. Are you following or not? Is it easy or any difficulties? Let's say you don't want to change this file and you don't want to edit this. You want to have one file to create the users, but every time you don't want to disturb this file. Okay. Instead of that, you are keeping the username in some other file. Okay. You will create one file. In that file, you will only put the username, so that that file will be taken as an input for this file, and whenever you want to create a user, it will check that file, what with which name you want to create the user. Whatever the name is there, with that name only it is going to create the user. So now here we are using the variable. Instead of variables, you can use files also. Okay, so let me open this. Let me modify the script to take the input from user. As of now, where we are getting the input, guys? This user one input, where we are getting, here only we decided user one colon Virat. From here only we are taking the value. Instead of that, you can mention this information in one file. So if you mention in that file, here you have to mention bars underscore files. Okay, and here you have to mention the file name, which file it should be considered. Here, batch means you are going to declare the variables. Here, you need to mention what are the variables you are declaring. In the same way, here you are giving files, variable files. You can find the information from the files. For that, you have to give the input from which file you want to consider. Okay. You can give any file name here. I am giving user1.yml is my file. Okay. Consider this one, user1.yml. Okay. Let me save this. Okay, if we execute this, we'll get some errors. Now just observe what are the error we are getting. See, error, where's file user1.while1 was not found. What happening when I am executing this playbook? What it is doing, it is trying to search for this user1.yml file. But did we create that file? It is very
No,
simple,
sir.
guys. See, here we are creating one file, one user. For that username, we are not mentioning here. We are mentioning in some other file. Okay. So the client will say like, okay, Vinay, you just whatever the username I want, I will not give you directly. I will keep that information in one file, and you read that file, and whatever the information mentioned over there, from that name only, you can take whatever the information you want and you use that in your playbook. This is the instructions you have. Okay, so what you will ask, okay, give me the file name. What is the file name you are going to give? You are going to update your data. So user1.yml is the file. So now in our program we mentioned here variable files is user1.yml, and after that we have created the users, variable names. So this user1 is the variable. Is this variable declared here? No, it is not declared here. Where it is declared? It is declared in this file. Did we have that file? No. That is the reason we are getting the error. So now let me create this file. Vi space user1 user1.yml. Now we have created this file. Okay. Now what we have to do? User1. You can take Arjun. Okay. Yeah. Now let me execute our actual script. Yeah, it got executed successfully. Now let me check in the node. See, is the Arjun user created or not? Come on, guys, is it created or not? So what's happening here? Whatever the user needs to be created, that user information we are keeping in a separate file, so that our program, our playbook will take that input from that file. It will search in that file. If that user one is there, it will take the value and it will replace here. Is this clear? Let's say now you want to create one more user. Where I need to change now? Do I need to change in the playbook or do I need to change in the user1.yml file? Hello, are you following or not, guys? So at least respond.
User1.yml.
Vi space user1.yml. So here instead of Arjun, I want to give some Rocky. Okay, now let me execute the script. Yeah. See, so here we can use the variables and also we can use the files. So you have to create the file with what kind of information you are going to maintain in your playbook. So whenever you need that information, you have to include that file name in the where's file section, and in the remaining sections of the playbook, you can use the references from that file. Wherever you want to use the references of some Rocky, you have to use the name given to the Rocky value. What is the name given to the Rocky value? User1 is the name, that is the variable name. So that you can directly use it in your playbook. But if you want to access those files in your program, what is the step you have to follow? You have to give the file name in the where's file section. No, you don't want to use any files. You want to maintain everything in form of variables only. Then you have to declare variables in your playbook only. This is very simple. Okay. Similarly, you want to install one package, Git package you want to install. So we did something, right? Yeah, let's install. Okay. Yeah. So here we are installing different packages. Okay. So here name HTTPD, Apache 2, Apache 2. Here, everything we are giving here only. Okay. So instead of that, what we can do? Name HTTPD. Okay. What I will do, name I will do like this. Package underscore name. Okay, here I have given package underscore name. So this is a variable I am going to use. So what I have to do now? Here I have to mention yes, what is the name? HTTP. So if I give like this, so it will package name. Is it declared or not? Okay, it is declared and assigned with value. So instead of this, it will take HTTP. So if I don't want to use this, I will only use this module for install any package. What I will do, I will only give this section and this package name, I will put it in one file. So there I will give the package name. Whenever I need any package needs to be installed, what I will do, I will update that package with the name and I will execute this playbook so that it will take the package name from so and so file and it will install that package in our machine. This is how it works. Okay. So tomorrow what you will do is write one playbook to create one package. Okay. And write one file where that file will be having the name of the package to be installed. Okay, by using these two scripts, I mean, one YML file should have the name of the package to be installed, and the second YML file will be the actual playbook that will install the package. Okay, create these two YML files and try to execute all the packages like Git, Python, and everything. Okay, you no need to change anything in the playbook. You just need to change the name in another file so that that particular package will be installed on your machine. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll see you in tomorrow's session. If you have any doubts, we'll discuss in tomorrow's class.
Okay. Thank you.